Hello. Hello. Hello, dear student. My voice is audible. Please confirm me once whether my voice is audible or not. Hello, dear student. My voice is audible. Please confirm me once whether my voice is audible or not. Okay, then very good, Bubbly. So, hello, dear student. A very good evening to all of you. So, dear student, today we are going to discuss about 13th and 14th July Odisha specific current affair analysis. So, here we are going to cover about all the Odisha specific current affair. If you want to know or also watch the national level or you can say the all the current affair of national international level, then you can watch our Strive HIS channel. So there you'll get the Hindu newspaper analysis that is I'm conducting in the morning around 9 a.m. in the morning. So you can watch that also. So first important news of the day. So before that, how you can get this PDF? You can scan this QR code to download our application. Within that application, you will find OPSC courses, and within that OPSC courses, you can find all these infographics. Not the today past are already uploaded there. You can get that, and to watch our YouTube, you can just simply scan this. And those who are in iOS device, you can download the Class Plus application and use our code PKR to get it. Okay. So lightning strike till 3 in Nilgiri. So we know that in Odisha we have seen repeatedly occurrence of lightning. So lightning is the largest, one of the largest disaster that is killing huge number of people in Odisha. So to what kind of step we can take to prevent the lightning related death? One is planting the palm tree. Other thing is we need to create IEC, that is information education and campaign. So we need to create education, create awareness about what kind of people have to do and don'ts during occurrence of the lightning, so that at least we can prevent the preventable death. Okay? So we are seeing repeated occurrence of that. So student immolate herself over the sexual harassment. So victim battle for life in AIMS Bhubaneswar, 90% gone, principal suspended and teacher held. So this is a very sad incident. So when our student, our girl, our even daughter, they are not safe in our college, they are supposed to come there for education, then what can we expect? And whosoever involved, what are the crime, we need to find the culprit, and stricter penalty need to be taken. And this can be a very good wake up call for everyone. We need to establish internal complaint committee. So here you can there go. We know that there is a act called post. What is the full form of post? Prevention of sexual harassment at workplace. So this act is being enacted to prevent all the sexual harassment activity there. So once again, very good evening to all of you, dear student. So under the post act, it is compulsory for all the institutions to establish internal complaint committee, that is for ICC, internal complaint committee. So in case of any sexual harassment related complaint, so they have to inquire that, and according to that recommendation, government has to take the step. So the ICC Internal Complaint Committee, it is also having the power of civil court. Civil court means it can issue summon, it can receive the you can say affidavit, it can cross-examine, all the power of a civil court. But when that student complain about the sexual harassment, but the Internal Complaint Committee don't take this seriously, and even say threaten to silence that. So that when there is no option left, then ultimately, the student burn herself. So which is very tragic incident. So this should be a wake up call, and we should implement stricter, work culture that prevents such kind of things in future. So you can talk about, how, like, if there is a cases about rising violence against women, rising something, so you can talk about, recently we have seen so many cases where, gang rape and violence against women. You can talk about Gopalpur incident, you can talk about this incident. Then even recently we have seen in the incident of the Kendujhar district also. So we have to talk all these issue in your main answer writing, why women are, what kind of women, the problem facing women. Okay. And if something like, if you're talking about why the girl enrollment is quite low in education institute, so you can talk about one of the reason is sexual harassment. Na. So because of the sexual harassment, family not ready to send their children for the higher education. Na. So it can be a good reason. So you can talk of that. So next is the chief minister met with the prime minister in Delhi and discuss developmental issue. So this article we are going to discuss once again in the 14th also. So dear student, we are also providing Odisha specific current affair on the weekly basis. So to get that, you can simply scan the QR code and get that. So next is BJD target government over the delay Ratna Bhandar inventory. So we know that recently after the BJP government or new government forming government, so they opened the Ratna Bhandar and find all the inventory and they have conducted everything. The political controversy is not important for us. What is important for us is mandate. What are the provision that is very important. So the previous inventory of the lots valuable was made in 1978. So inventory means listing out what kind of things is available, temple, and what kind of things is missing. So that is what called inventory. So state government reopened the inner chamber of Ratna Bhandar in July 2024 after 46 years for repair and inventory. So and we know that during Rath Yatra we have also completed the repair work of the Ratna Bhandar also, so that we can protect the you can say the historical important building. So next is driver protest split and minister orders to end the state. So we are going to see today newspaper. So driver they are agreed to end their protest now. Okay. So next important news is heat wave 2 worsen in India and one IMD. So recently we are seeing there is a very severe heat wave condition that is prevailing in all over the India, but in particular Odisha we are seeing there is rising instances of heat wave. So heat wave in India are expected to intensify in coming year, leading to rise heat stress. That means sunstroke jota hame kuhandi. So National Weather Forecasting Center and Indian Meteorological noted that in 2024 has been recorded warmest year in 1901. So after 1901, so the 2024 is one of the warmest year. This is the warmest year. So which is a wake up call for everyone. So fifth warmest year in descending order. From the first one is 2024. We have seen that rising temperature is 0.65% than pre-industrial level. Whatever temperature that was existing during the pre-industrial level, and current temperature is more than that. So that is what the you can say highest rise in temperature. So several other meteorological factors also play significant role in amplifying their impact. Though there are rising temperature, but we have modified our environment. We have created so much concrete, and we have damage to our you can say the forest. So because of that, the temperature is quite high. The combination of meteorological parameter such as maximum and minimum temperature, relative humidity, wind speed, heat wave duration, intensify the effect of heat wave. Na? So he further stated that although the mortality rate due to tropical cyclone has dropped 94% in past two decades. So this is a very good achievement for Odisha in general. Once in you can say about in 1999 cyclone. So I was like a very small kid at that time. So I know the damage that is caused by this 1999 cyclone. So it was so havoc that it is damaged everything. But now same amount of cyclone struck in 2000, 1999. So after 20 years, but here we have seen 10,000 people died because of the cyclone, but here only 19. So this is what the achievement of Odisha in disaster management. So whenever you are talking about what model thing that Odisha can teach others, so you can talk about these things. Right? So next is 2 decade death related to the heat wave has been surged by 62%. So you can also note them down. While on the one end we have reduced the mortality due to cyclone, but on the other end mortality due to heat wave is rising very rapidly. So it is high time we have to protect. So heat wave are emerging as second heat wave are emerging as a second deadliest form of extreme weather in the terms of human casualty and losses. So these ongoing climate changes with intensity and impact expected to grow further also. So like, in future we are also expecting further rise in the temperature also. So next you can see commuter faces slow moving long traffic queue in the Rasulgarh Bhumikal flyover. So why we have to read all these things? We can talk about the how what kind of the urban jam, traffic jam, what kind of urban congestion we are facing during rainy season. This is because we are not design our urban area in a way that should withstand the heavier rainfall. We know that Odisha is having a region where excess rainfall is happening, but whether we have designed our urban infrastructure in a way so that it can overcome all this rainfall, no, we have not designed. That is the reason we are seeing heavy traffic jam in that region. So next is 51,000 job letter handed over at Rozgar Mela. So you can see about here the 16th National Wide Job Fair was conducted 47 locations where Prime Minister Narendra Modi awarded 51,000 jobs to the citizens. So here it is a very important development. You can talk about common service center promoting rural entrepreneurship. So if anything you have to write about how digital India is helping, you can talk about common service center. So common service center, I think common service center CSC. So you know that in common service center they are providing lot of service and financial access to the rural people, so that help in promoting entrepreneurship in the rural area. The common service center has emerged as a cornerstone of digital India initiative, playing a crucial role in bridging the digital divide and promoting rural entrepreneurship across the country. So this is what said by Minister of Education Dharmendra Pradhan. So over past 11 years, common service center facilitate transaction over 45 lakh crores. So that means 45 trillion, which is very huge amount. 45 trillion or 45 lakh crore of transaction that has been supported by the common service center in last 11 years. And dear student, you can join our application. So next is school project on the forest land draw National Green Tribunal scrutiny. So dear student, recently there is a one complaint a person is filed regarding that so many schools being constructed on the forest land without having proper forest clearance. So that led to the scrutiny by the National Green Tribunal. So dear student, tell me in the comment box, NGT is established under which act? So NGT is established under NGT Act 2010. So NGT is having 5 branches. So they are located in different part of the India. One at the Delhi, another is the Chennai, one at the Nagpur, another is Bhopal. So another is the Delhi. So you have to understand the location of the benches and just read about NGT in detail. So like power of the NGT National Green Tribunal and what kind of restriction that we are imposing on the NGT, whether the decision of the NGT can be appeal in High Court or Supreme Court. So you have to study all these things. So they can be a very good question in your UPSC exam as well. So next is the NHRC, National Human Rights Commission, 6 ATR on body, boy death after falling into hot ash. So these are no doubt the issue. So we have to study that. But more than that, you have to study about NHRC. Like NHRC is whether it is a statutory body, constitutional body, it is established under which act, the how many members are there, how they are elected, what are the powers of the NHRC, what are the restriction or challenges of NHRC. So they can ask either a mains question about NHRC or they can ask about prelims. देखो देखो तब देखी पारो थो कितने सारा एक क्वेश्चन तुमको लिंक करेंगे. So if you just watch 10-minute daily of this video and spend 30 minutes daily just to collect all this information, whatever I'm saying, and then make a very good note of it. I'm giving you a guarantee that you'll get very high marks as compared to your friend. Just imagine if you're learning, let's say, 5 to 6 concepts daily in 300 days. 300 days, you are learning 6 concepts. So it is around 1800 concepts, so which is more than enough to cover all aspects of your examination. Okay. So next important news is AI camera help in NAP poachers in Semilpal. So if there is any question regarding how we are going to conserve our national parks, how we are going to conserve our wildlife sanctuary, we can say one of them is by installing AI powered camera. So they will identify and they will track their movement and they'll send the alert. And AI powered, they can able to distinguish whether this person is security person, whether this person is a poacher. If that person is poacher, then send immediately distress signal to the the forest official so that we can take immediate action. So next is 70,000 monsoon bird arrive at Bhitarkanika National Park. So dear student, already OPSC asked in mains multiple questions regarding Bhitarkanika even in prelims. So it is your homework. You have to study detail about Bhitarkanika. Bhitarkanika is located in which location? What kind of species you found in the Bhitarkanika? What are the flora? What are the fauna? What are the challenges we are facing in Bhitarkanika? You have to study everything in detail about the Bhitarkanika. Okay. So next we are going to see about the 14th July newspaper. So a battle for the life and justice. So we know that sexual harassment victim remain critical because 90% burn occur in that body. So it's very sad incident. So CM promise action and National Commission on Women seeks strict action and report in 3 days. So it is your homework. You have to study about National Commission of Women. So like when it is established, it is established in 1992 under the National Commission on Women. So, what are the how many members are there in the National Commission on Women, and how National Commission on Women is appointed? What are the role and responsibility? What are the challenges they are facing? So you have to study all these things. It can either ask in your prelims or it can ask in the mains. So next is Vedanta donate 97 crore to the BJP and BJD got 25%. So here you can see 25 crore. Here you can see how our corporate are funding to the political party, and winning of a political party decided by how much corporate donating. And whenever corporate donate huge amount of money to a political party, but they are not without any return. So that means if political party is getting fund from a particular corporate, so they have to pay back. I'm giving an example. Let's say X party given 100 crore to the Y party during election. Let's say X corporate given 100 crore to the Y party. So if Y party coming into power, so they'll implement something. For example, they'll send 100 acres of land in 1 rupees, 100 acres of land in 1 rupees, and that 100 acres of land will go to the corporate X. So ultimately, corporate X will get return, and the political party they'll get the return. But ultimately, it is the people who are going to suffer. So this kind of systemic corruption are exists in our political system. Okay. So next is flaw justice. So rock the Koraput. So recently there we have seen instances in the tribal area. So whenever any norms or anything anyone by marry beyond outside the norm or they violate the norm, so they are plowing plow is attached to their shoulder, so they have to plow the field to ensure the Sudhikaran. So that is what led to the there is a uproar all over the India. So here we need to create awareness among the people. So here you can talk about ethics, how we can change the behavior of the people. So we can change the behavior of people by three things. You can affective component. Affective component will emotional component. So here we'll appeal to the people like what they are doing is wrong by appealing to their emotion, by appealing to their reasons. So they are doing this. They believe that it is if they are not going to do that, then God will cost them. So we'll appeal to them their emotion. The next is affective, then cognitive component. In cognitive component, we'll supply with them knowledge. We'll ensure that they will have good knowledge. They'll understand that what they are doing is wrong. So now next part is behavioral component. In behavioral component, we'll make sure that they will practice a way that is in sync with the modern justice system. If you practice affective, if we are appealing to their affective, cognitive, and behavioral component, that will bring the changes in the attitude of the people. Okay. So next important issue is the immolation spill onto the street. So we have seen that all over the Odisha, people are protesting, and even the National Commission on Women seek a report in the 3 days. So I've already given you homework, so you have to study about National Commission of Women in detail and NHRC in detail. So next one is H5N1 outbreak. So government called over 6,700 baht. That means if H5N1 outbreak Odisha once the birds are affected by this bird flu, so we have to kill all the bird. Otherwise, it will rapidly spread and it will lead to the severe infection. It might impact the human health also. So how we are knowing, recently we have seen in Puri district so many birds are dying repeatedly. So after this sample is tested, we have found that these birds are infected with H5N1, which is very much virulent. That means once a bird is affected with H5N1, so it can very fast, rapidly spread to the other bird as well. So if human being can consume, this contaminated meat, also harm the human being also. It can spread to the human being also. So lightning strike claim 4 lives. So we are seeing disturbing picture from last 4 to 5 days. So many people are dying in lightning. So so you can study about the lightning also, like what kind of safety measure, why lightning is happening during the rainy time. So why first we are during lightning you first see the light and then a sound, how the sound is produced. So you have to study all these things. You can just Google it about the lightning. So just spend some 5 to 10 minutes and make note of it, because it's very important. And how we can prevent the lightning? We can plant the palm trees. We can also create a lot of awareness. We can, in our building there is exist a lightning tower. I think you know that there are spikes that is exist in our top of our building. So these are actually tower to attract all the lightning and divert to the ground to prevent this damage to the building. So that kind of installation, if we can follow properly, so we can save our people from all these things. Yeah? So heavy to very heavy rain likely till July 17. So Indian Meteorological Department says that low pressure system is formed over the Bay of Bengal. So because of that, heavy rainfall can be expected all over the Odisha. So next is Odisha to copyright Srimandir rituals. This is what said by the Puri King. So why there is a demand? So recently we have seen that the Mamata Banerjee established one the temple at the Diga. The temple basically, the temple basically they copy a lot of things. They named it as a Puri Dham. They have copied a lot of things, to claim there's an authentic temple for the Jagannath. When the ISKCON also they follow the tradition of Rath Yatra, but they don't follow the proper date. They follow the random date, which is against the ritualistic or scripture written, whatever written in the scripture. So that is the reason to maintain the sanctity, to maintain the originality, to maintain the spirituality. The Puri King mentioned that we need to copyright so that no one can emulate, no one can misuse, no one can abuse this provision. So they have to follow that. So this is what the provision is all about. So next one is state begins survey to identify orphan children. So if any question related to what kind of step is taken by the government of India or government of Odisha to improve the life of children, we can say this is. So government recently started a survey to collect all the orphan children name, and also the children, if one parent is there and other parent is died and parent is suffering from some, you can say disabled also. So information collected will help ensure proper care, protection, and future planning of identified children based on their needs. So government is also implementing Yashoda scheme. So what is this scheme? Yashoda. I think तुम जानी थी वो Yashoda होते हैं हमारे कृष्णनगर मदर थे. So on that name, guidelines such survey are to be conducted every 4 years across the Odisha. So Odisha, this is being conducted by Odisha, Child Development Department, pushing orphan survey guideline to all. So we are also Odisha is also having Amari Sishu portal. So Odisha State Child Protection Society will comply and analyze the data, prepare a comprehensive report. So after we collect all this information, so we are going to implement Yashodha Yojana. Then we'll collect all this information and process it, and on that basis we can take a lot of steps. Okay, like step for ensuring the protection and promotion of the welfare of the child. So next is Odisha driver still ends after 5 days. So we are seeing that Odisha driver, they are protesting for improving their condition of service. So because of that, lot of shortage is happening in terms of LPG or the essential. So because of that, people are buying or panic buying. So that also created further shortage. So after our president Draupadi Murmuji intervened, so they have stopped their protest, and severely affecting, because of this protest, severely affecting the state supply of petrol, LPG, and leading to the panic buying over emergency service are allowed. So driver, they have the 7 point demand, construction of rest and parking zone every 100 kilometer. That means in road there should be parking and construction in 100 kilometer, after 100 kilometer, so that they can have proper rest, they can park their vehicle also. So next is a pension scheme for driver above the 60-year age and withdrawal of the police authority to verify truck document, among others. So police are harassing this driver because on the name of checking. So they are collecting huge amount of money. So this is being implemented to check all these things. Huh? So already I have told you. So dear student, we are providing Odisha specific weekly current affairs. So you can get it in our application. So I'll make sure everything is posted in application today or tomorrow. So don't worry, you'll get everything. Okay. So next is female elephant electrocuted. So So this article, not this article, time and again we are repeatedly seeing, so many elephant being electrocuted. So if you look into the death of the elephant, so electrocution is one of the leading cause of death of the elephant. Why this is elephant is died? Because there is a solar fence. Solar fence, they are fencing their border, their you can say their field by using solar power. But the solar fence is connected to the power supply. So because of that, when elephant touch this fence. So because of that, his I think so this elephant is died, which is very unfortunate incident. We have to create awareness among the people. At the same time, government need to be very forward in payment of compensation. If let's say elephant damage this crop, then government have to assess the value of that crop damage, and if we immediately pay that compensation to the farmer, then farmer are not going to oppose such kind of things. But if we are not going to pay compensation, definitely farmer is going to oppose, and such kind of incident going to happen time and again repeatedly. So that is what the problem. So we have to understand, we have to take step after, each not each time we have to perform in a knee jerk reaction. Rather, we should have a proper policy. So how we are going to deal with. Okay. So press body commit memorandum to CM over scribe murder. So recently we have seen, one journalist has been brutally murdered in the western part of the Odisha. So this is very very severe. That is happening in the Motu police limits. So which is very severe concern. So we need to ensure the safety and security of the journalists, because they are providing us real information. They are putting their life at the risk. So it is the responsibility of the government. So ensure that freedom of speech and free speech should be preserved and protected. So next incident is student cross the reservoir to attend the school. So so this is what the struggle of people of Odisha. So in the absence of bridge, student from several village under the Chandarul Panchayat, so they are traveling Kolab reservoir to reach their school. So authorities should ensure that, if such kind of restrictions, kind of hurdles are there, so there is high chances of increasing dropout. So we can either connect, construct a bridge, or we can, there is government is also provide a steamboat, but the steamboat is not performing well because of some damage happened to that, and there is no operator that. So government should land that, and we need to ensure that should be proper bridge. Even there is a bridge is sanctioned few year back, but it is not yet been implemented because of red tapeism and bureaucratic delay. So this is what called classic example of bad governance in our system. So next important article is Goa population is on rise. Gumsar forest on safe haven. So we have to know about detail about the Goa. Like Goa, dear student, you have to study about, Goa's IUCN status, whether it is critically endangered, vulnerable, or endangered or least concern. So the Northern Forest Division, Gumsar Forest in Ganjam district emerges as secure habitat wildlife, with official observing notable rise in population of rare Indian bison, name is Goa. Okay? So locals have spotted the rare melanistic leopard. So this is commonly referred as black panther. So melanistic means black patches. So this is what called black panther is also found that location. So the officials, they have said that the rising population because of Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana scheme. So that is being provided LPG cylinder to the poor people. So when poor people is having LPG cylinder, so they are not cutting the tree. So when forest is protected, so that is protecting the house for this wild animal. So that is the reason we are seeing rising population. Along with that, hundreds of goat believed to be roaming safely in the Maltai Reserve Forest, which form the core division. So notably, gore are preferred to be prey tiger. So actually, tiger generally prefer the gore, but this region there is no tiger. So because of that, there is no natural predator who can kill this gore. So because of this reason, there is a high population of gore in this region. So here it is given few wildlife sanctuary. You have to remember Mahanadi Wildlife Sanctuary, and next is Debrigad Wildlife Sanctuary. So just remember that this is more than important for your examination. So dear student, this is all about 13th and 14th July newspaper analysis. So dear student, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and share this video with your friend, because your like really motivate me. And if you have any suggestion, your suggestion is always welcome. Please write in the comment box. So according to your suggestion, we are going to make video. If you want, more discussion, more elaborate arrangement, if you want, more linkage, so I'll do all these things. So please write in the comment box, because your feedback really matter. Okay? Sometimes if you give some feedback, I'll understand something according to, I'll modify, so that it is going to benefit to all of you as well. So dear students, so this is all about it. So I'll have to end here. So chaliye, bye bye, good night, bye bye.